In the back pages this week, let me tell you what's been going on with me. Um, Gonna be a little bit long story, but I wanted everybody to know it's time I came clean with everything that's been going on for the past 9 months. Last May, Eurovision week actually, I was scheduled to have a nuclear stress test with my, by my doctor. I had had some pain in my chest, but my doctor and I both thought it was a muscle on the outside because I have too much weight over my chest. Um, and it only happened for seconds at a time. It only happened twice. But she was, let's be safe. Let's have the stress test done. I told her, I said, I can't do the treadmill. I tried. It bombed. It didn't work. And she's like, oh, no, don't worry. They can give you drugs and it'll give you the full stress test. So I agreed. That was not fun. I've talked about it before. It was not a fun thing. And on those 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday of Eurovision week, I barely got home in time for the semifinals the first day. Um, I had to go in and have an ultrasound done on my heart. And then I would go back the next day when it has been at rest for 24 hours and they would do it again. So they had some trouble doing it. They were having trouble getting pictures of one particular area. I don't know whether it was the way I was laying. You know, they positioned me in all these weird little positions on the table, sideways, backwards, whatever. And I had 3 different technicians over 2 days working on it. And I got a test back from because they have to send it to you through my hospital's patient thing, that said that there was believed to be damage in one of my arteries. And I read what the technical definition is, and my doctor called me and told me, there's serious damage to the one heart wall, artery on the artery. It could be a problem. I'm going to schedule you for some cardiac stuff. And I said, okay, scared the hell out of me. I went and bought a Fitbit so I could keep track of my heart rate. And of course, I misplaced it recently. I don't know what I did with it. So for the last 9 months, I've been living on eggshells with this, wondering what was going on. Now, my doctor, God love her, she was thinking that they were overreacting and that I would probably be able to manage whatever was wrong with the medications I already take for blood pressure and cholesterol. They finally got me scheduled me a test, scheduled me a consultation call with a cardiologist, which wasn't until November. And I was thinking to myself, okay, this is May. That's 6 months from now. You said it was serious. Is it so unserious it can wait until November? Well, I didn't have much choice, and I talked to the cardiologist in November. I still haven't met the woman. And she said, oh, we're going over your test, blah, blah, blah. I want you to start taking this kind of medication, which was basically nitroglycerin, and this and the other stuff. I'd take it, and we're going to get it squared away, and we're going to schedule you for an arterioscope. Okay, fine. So they came and they scheduled it first without telling me. I had 3 days notice, and I said, I can't do that. I got to have time off work. So I rescheduled it for 3 weeks later and took the several days off of work so I could get it done. Now, an arterioscope is where they take a camera and they go inside you and they stick it in your arm or your leg and take a camera and look around your vital organs and your blood vessels and stuff. Now, this to me is pretty kind of crazy anyway, but this is where I was, and I'm like, oh God, I was getting scared. I had a dream that it didn't go well, that things were terrible, that I died on the table, which doesn't happen very often on this. It's pretty routine. But it was enough to sufficiently freak me out. So I went in on Tuesday. I had to be there at 6:15 a.m., which is insane. They had to check me for an allergy to aspirin because I had always been told I was allergic to aspirin. And if I was, then they couldn't go forward because aspirin's what they use to thin the blood, and it's also used in treatment if they have to put any stents or anything like that in. So I took that, I passed it. It turns out I do not have an allergy to aspirin. My mother and her allergist were wrong. And they took me in about 9:20. Cut this, you can see where I have this hellish bruise where they inserted the catheter in this little tiny, like 2 millimeter hole. And I'm laying there with the twilight sleep going in one arm and, my other arm propped out, and they have me like locked down on this table, and so I can't move so they can do this. And it was interesting. I wanted to watch the pictures, and then one of the aides said, "Well, they're over here," and I said, "I can't see that. It's too far away," because I wanted to see what they were looking at. So I'm laying there on the table. I can hear them talking. They were behind me to my right, and the two other ladies were right here with me. And I got through it. I got through it. The doctor walks over to me and he says, "There's no blockage. There's no damage. There's nothing. The ultrascope was wrong." So I've been living for 9 months scared absolutely out of my wits that I could drop dead of a heart attack or something at any second, and there's nothing wrong. They couldn't even find, I don't even think they found the elongation that they said was there 9 years ago when I had my first ultrasound done. Arteries were completely clear. The connections were completely clear. Aorta was fine. Everything was working fine. There is nothing wrong with my heart. Needless to say, I was very happy in the recovery room. And the doctor actually said, to me when they were unhooking me from everything and bandaging me up, he's like, I'm terribly sorry. Sometimes the ultrasounds are wrong. We can't see everything. And I looked up and kind of half doped. I said, "Hey, it happens." I have never been that scared in my entire life. I'm a month and 4 days from turning 60. I I have never been that scared in my whole life. And I hope I never have to have one of those again. Although if I ever do, I know how they do it, and I mean, it doesn't really hurt. It's just uncomfortable. There's a little pressure, and the dye was a little hurtful. But I had that same thing when I had the stress test. My stomach really locked up for some reason. Thank you to the people at the cardiac unit at Mass General Hospital for helping me with this. And helping discover that there's nothing wrong, which is the best news I could ever get. Never mind the fact that 9 months have went by and I had been terrified something was going to happen. But like he said, the ultrasounds are not always right because you're looking through skin and bone and tissue, and I understand that. I just wish they hadn't taken so long, 9 months, to do everything. So, in any case, you're not going to get rid of me that easily. So that's what's been keeping my schedules a little bit screwy the last couple of weeks, because I've been prepping for this test, and then afterward, I mean, I was wiped out when I got home Tuesday, and I was hyped out most of Wednesday. I still managed to get vinyl recall up a day late, but I was like, I was out of it. And I pre-taped the other stuff from last weekend, so I didn't last weekend before I went in, so it was fun. But like I said, you're not going to get rid of me that easy. And I just wanted to keep you guys, those of you who are loyal viewers and have become friends, I wanted to keep you in the loop about what was happening. And I think I will move forward from here with a very positive outlook. And that's the back pages for this week. In the back pages today, I can't get my hair to like stop acting weird. Um, in the back pages today, let me tell you a little bit about all this crazy crap that's been going on that's kept me off for 3 weeks. Um, it all goes back to before Thanksgiving. They did a cleanup um, in the maintenance room here in our building, which is right next door to our apartment. It's where our mail room is. And in December, the first mice showed up. Not just in our apartment, but in several other apartments throughout our building. Our building is 4 floors, and so there's quite a bit of. We're on the first floor, and it's gotten all the way upstairs. So in late February, they started sending exterminators around to fix that problem. And they started noticing a few other things about the building that they needed. Oh, we got to get this done. We want to make sure it's up to code. We want to make sure all this other stuff. So they started that at the same time. So since the end of February through now, we've been dealing with this kind of remodeling plan, and it was also geared for each apartment to please get all your clutter out, get everything square. We're going to do inspections. We're going to make sure everything's up to code, and we're going to make sure we got rid of all the mice, which we have. We haven't seen a mouse in over a month, and it has to be done. But every time we get close to where we're supposed to be, they keep delaying everything. Now, our inspections were supposed to be on so originally on March 31st, then it was April 5th. Nobody showed up, and then they rescheduled this again, and now they've rescheduled it again for May 1st. So, this is what when we've been running around here. We've been getting things done around the house. We've got, I mean, not that it was terrible anyway, but we had boxes and boxes of stuff that we hadn't unloaded. So we bought some new bookshelves. We bought some more Kallaxes for the living room. I bought, I had the third one here in here, but I hadn't put it together yet. It's together now. This office finally got set up. If you notice, there's no longer messy everywhere. I now have 3 Kallaxes here. I have all my 45s on top of them, my CDs in a drawer. I'll give you a full tour in a couple of weeks when the office is completely done. I'll give you a full tour of how I have these things set up and my equipment. But things are looking really good. And we haven't seen a mouse in over a month, which is definitely the exterminators got rid of everything. We had because I think we were right next door. We were the first to get them. We noticed the first mouse about, I don't know, a week before Christmas, and then we would get 2 or 3 a week show up, and we still have the glue traps up, and it's been crazy. But in any case, hopefully everything will finally be done on May 1st, and everything, the inspection will be done. We'll have everything, because our lease is up at the end of May, and we don't want to turn it in until they do the inspection. Everything is honky-dory again. So, I mean, it's not like it's a rundown building. The building was built in the 1970s. It's a sturdy building. It's a good building. They just wanted to fix a few, make a few fixes. Some pipe work has been done. Some ceiling work in the hallways have been done. There's been stuff they've been doing to make the building even better than it already is. And we like it here, so, it's a good place. But it has gotten in the way of everything we were doing, and we were getting things done, and we felt it was way more important to get real life stuff done before VC life, unfortunately, because this is where I really want to be most of the time. And so this is how we did it. And so we are still operating on a waiting for inspection mode, but everything else in the house is done. I feel comfortable with how we are. I still have some stuff to do in here. I've got a few. I have to unpack the CDs. They're all in boxes. I got to sort them out, and I got to redo some of the stuff. And the desk area that I have planned is not up yet. We have the desk out in the other room, but the rest of this room is finally done. I mean, I literally couldn't move. There was a little tiny path from the door to the desk, and everything else was boxes. Those are all gone. They're all out, and they're in the racks or in the CD. In the 45 racks. Let me see if I can pull it out and so you can see it. There you go. This is what it looks like now. I hope I'm not screwing up the video that way, but it's a lot more organized, and it's going to be even more organized afterward. So yeah, and I did screw up the way it's set up, but in any case, really going to be. This is what we've been doing, and I'm hoping that thank you for your patience. I will continue to be doing stuff, and this week It is November 26th, well past the date I had hoped to have this damn office done. And I'm here to tell you why I haven't done anything lately, and also to tell you why I'm waiting. Um, there's a lot of things going on right now. Here in this realm of TKR Video Central is also in real life with work and home and stuff going on. So I've been keeping my non-hosted stuff up, and I did get Label Nova up on Friday. But I haven't done a Kirkham report in a month. I'm sorry about that. It will be coming back shortly. Well, obviously, this is officially sort of one of those. Is to let you guys know what I'm up to. And other shows will return along with a lot of other stuff that I haven't talked about yet. The reason is because I want to wait until everything is done. I've been working on some plans for the last 4 or 5 months. We've been going over some stuff, talking to some people, doing some different ideas, and everything that's on TKR is going to stay there, but there's going to be some more coming, some more shows and some more stuff. Vinyl Community is always going to be my home, my first home, but there will be other homes in the near future. And I will be talking about that. I have a big announcement video planned that I will make when the room gets done. I wanted to get it done by December 1st. Not going to happen now. So I'm shooting for, I think it's the 17th. The 2 weeks from Monday is what my go-to date is. We'll see. What happened was I bought a desk during the first part of the pandemic. I got it on sale. It was one I'd always wanted. One of these giant U-shaped desks from Office Max. It was on sale for $400 less than what it normally was. It won't fit. And it doesn't have the room I thought it would have. With the Kallaxes, the 45s, the stuff my racks and stuff, it won't fit. And so when I do up this new production studio, it has to have everything that will let me do my normal work. It has to have everything that will let me do everything I do for online as a content creator. It has to have everything I need for my digitizing stuff, and it has to be able to keep me in tune with what I do with P&R Weather Central and what other stuff like that. It has to all come together in one big package. And I couldn't make it work with that desk. So what I've decided to do, I'm selling that one. I'm going to put it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace, or I might donate it. I don't know. It wasn't that expensive, and I'm sure somebody could use it from Salvation Army or whatever. I may donate it. We'll see. But I'm going to go modular. I had the all-in-one concept is not going to work. So over the last couple of weeks, while I've been working on the disaster that was not coming together, I've also been working on some studies, some measurements, some math. I'm mathing. This is a miracle in itself. What I am putting together will be exactly what I want. Now, I've had the equipment here for months. I bought the monitors, the new monitors, back in July. I bought a ton of new equipment for the new setup, but I haven't been able to do it because this little single desk is not going to do it. There's more coming, as I said. And for me, this is a big step. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, and it's something to give me the ability to do what I think are a better job at my Kirkham Report videos, my TKR Video Central videos. It's going to allow me to do something I've wanted to do for a long time. A couple of somethings, actually. And it's all going to be under one big banner. And all connected to music, except for a couple of things. I'm going to do some wrestling stuff. I'm going to go back to movies and stuff, as Kim and I have done for years with Subject Cinema before I started TKR Video Central. There's going to be all kinds of interesting things coming. I'm asking for your patience. During December, I know the non-hosted shows will be posted. That's Obscuria, Flashback Tracks. I only got 3 more weeks or so to do on those before I morph it into something else until I get the Missing Years project done. PowerTraxx 50 and Radio Retro. Radio Retro is undergoing a metamorphosis also. Going to be the same show, but I'm giving it a new opening and new closing and stuff. And that's why it's taking so long to get it back. It was supposed to be back today. It'll be back next Sunday. A lot of interesting stuff going on. And I think everybody will get a kick out of what I'm doing, because I'm not changing what I'm already doing much. I've already announced the PNR, the TKR, PNR's Popcorn and Roses. That's our movie stuff. So if I say that occasionally, that's what I mean. The TKR Pop 50 Challenge and Too Soon, those have already been announced. They're coming probably later this month or in January. Too Soon is designed to rotate with Label Nova on Fridays. And there will be a few other gaps filled in. We're adding a new time slot for other shows to go into. And that will include Kim Takes On every week and a few other things. It's because, number one, I love doing this stuff. I love talking about music. I love showing off my records. I love talking about other things, movies, wrestling, and a few other things. I love a really nice professional setup. It's Call It the Radio Guy and me. I like to have everything where I want it. And this has been great for the last year, but it's never been everything I want. And I can do everything I want. I just got to take the time. I got to figure it out. I got to modulate it. When it gets done, you're going to like the setup. It's going to look more like a gamer setup than a content creator setup. But that's what I want. I want it to look very cool. And there's going to be a few other things going on. But I've had a number of people, telling me, when's the Kirkham report coming back? When's the Kirkham report coming back? I have a ton of stuff. I got 2 boxes of 45s up here and 3 more coming. Bunch of new albums. Dolly Parton's Rockstar is over here. A few other things that I haven't shown yet. I've got a few other things I want to talk about that I haven't done yet. Junior Eurovision was today. Congratulations to France. I didn't get to cover it the way I usually do. This was the year I could have missed it because it really wasn't that great. There were 3 good songs and none of them won. Francis was okay, but it wasn't one of my favorites. But congratulations to France for winning Junior Eurovision 2023. There's other things I'm doing also and trying to do for other sites that I'm seeing people wanting, I got contests and stuff I want to enter. But I want things, ultimately, the idea is to grow the channel, as always. And I'm growing a little bit more every week. I keep adding 2 or 3 new subscribers. I'm getting close to 500. Things are going to change a lot after the first of the year because there's going to be so much new stuff. And I know everybody's not going to have time for everything, but it's not designed for everybody to watch everything. It's designed for you guys to pick out what you like I do. I don't have time to... I have 400 plus subscriptions. I don't have time to watch all of them. I watch some of them religiously. Others I check out in a binge. Sometimes I check them out just to see what's going on. Some of them don't publish anymore. And I have a lot of it. And that includes musicians. It also includes setup sites and a few other things. I follow weather sites and stuff. It isn't all vinyl community. That's a different channel. I do PNR Networks is where I have all my non-vinyl community stuff. And that's over 500 subscriptions. So it's a little crazy right now. So I ask for your continued indulgence. Over the next couple of weeks, what you will be seeing are the non-hosted shows. Daily Obscuria, Monday through Friday at 11. Flashback tracks for the next 3 weeks. 90, 91, 92, 93, and 4 weeks. I have 4 more weeks of the original chart to do. I may do what I have of the disc jockey charts and stuff. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm thinking more I'm going to go to one of the major trades that's never been done, Cashbox or Record World, and do their number ones or their year-end things or something for flashback tracks from that point on. You will see that. I will try to keep Label Nova up, although it may not be up next time. And Finding Your Music Mojo will be up. I've talked that over with Dom. We're going to keep that going on. So the next one of those is December 4th, which I believe is Dawn's birthday. So she may not want to do it then, and if she doesn't, that's cool. so it may be the week after that. But and also the PNR PowerTraxx countdown, 50 countdown on Saturdays. There will be 3 special PowerTraxx countdowns in December: 2 Christmas tunes and 1 year-end wrap up. I will also be, by the time my hosting stuff backs up, we'll be going into the rewind shows for the last week of the year like I did last year. We'll have a lot of great stuff. There's plenty for everyone coming. And I really appreciate the fact that I've heard from so many of you wondering what's going on. And I really appreciate the fact that so many of you have said, please, I'm waiting for the Kirkham report. And I am working on it. Thank you for continuing to check out Obscuria and the other shows, and stay with me, because by the middle of December, things should be sorted out, fixed up, and ready to go. Cross your fingers, because I've said that 4 times this year, and none of it's gotten done. Now, once again, I've taken a week off work, week after next, to get everything done, because I have not just this, the whole apartment has stuff that needs to be done. There's stuff that needs done in the kitchen, stuff that needs done in the bedroom, stuff that needs done in the living room, and stuff that needs done in the office. This is my first priority right now, but I do want to have everything done by the end of the year, so we can start 2024 fresh, and that's what I'm going for. Keep writing, keep suggesting, keep commenting. And I will keep in touch, as I have been, with the community tab on TKR Video Central, letting you know what's going on. Okay, guys, you guys know I've been working on my setup for a few months, years, but I've never really been able to get it to where I wanted it to do anything until now. This is my keyboard, my messy, icky, old keyboard that's going to go away. So I wanted to show off the room I have. This is my office. This is where I listen. I work here. I play here. I listen to music here. I produce my stuff here. You've seen a lot of it on the show, but I want to show you everything that's in here and what we're going to be doing, because I have my dream setup is a mix of a little bit of everything. And so I'll tell that to you. So let me set this on the desk. Don't mind the black. Get my chair out of the way. And then we will show off the entire thing. There we go. Get my finger out of the way. This is the desk I have now. It's a corner desk. Kind of old. I got it, I don't know, 20 years ago. We lived in the apartment. This is my setup right now. A lot of the stuff is out of here. It's taken out of this by now. But this is what I've got in here, and all this will be changed around. Back here on the other side, these are my Kallaxes and my music. You've seen this on TV, on the other shows. That's one of them. Boxes here filled with stuff off the desk and new stuff that's going to be part of the new setup. Over here, 45s, another Kallax, fan, cords and setups and drawers and weather radio and magazine racks and stuff. Supplies are up in those boxes. Basically, what I want to do is I'm going to get this the way I want it, and this is going to look completely different a week from now. That's the intent. This is where I have the stereo equipment right now. It's all disconnected. I disconnected it a couple weeks ago, and I haven't put it back together since the first abort attempt with the other desk. The printer's back up, and that's my work laptop, but everything else is still off. Here's the third and final Kallax and 45s and more stuff on top of it. Don't mind the car outside. Stuff that's come in that I'll be talking about or have talked about recently on the show. Kirkham report. This is a table of junk. That's the door. Boxes for mailing. And my Whitburn collection books and a bunch of other books. All these boxes are stuff that are going in the setup or are just out of the way, because I'm going to have a place to put them when I get done. This is way worse than it was 2 weeks ago, because these crates were over here by the door originally. Those are all going away, and so is that big plastic thing there if I get my way. This is my other bookcase with all my non-music books in it. Back here in this little space is my file cabinet and my sorter, and I'm going to be doing a lot of interesting things with this too. And the window is going to have coverings, and it's going to be pretty cool when I get it all done. So I have very limited space to work with, and a lot of this is going to disappear in the next week or so. But as you can see, and there's the computer down there. The front light of it. I got a gaming computer in February. The front light on it and the on-off switch on it have already stopped working. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Happened after I unplugged it and replugged it in, so I think I might have blown a fuse or something. But this is my setup now, and it's functional. But it is not what I wanted to do with it. In the long term, I want to turn. I mean, because what we're going to be doing a lot of different stuff with the new system. There's going to be a lot of production work, and I expect that to go up because I'm doing some new programs and stuff, and Kim's doing some stuff, and we're also going to start taking on voiceover work and some production work on the outside if things go well, and hopefully that'll work cool. I love those signs. I got those from Dawn on an auction a couple weeks ago. In any case, this is what everything looked like on Saturday, December 2nd. Just one quick panorama, and then I'll have some updates. The first thing we're going to do are the Kallaxes, and then we're going to do, I bought a bunch of new smaller Kallaxes that will become the base, 3 of them, 2x2s, that will become the base for where the 45s are going to go. The album Kallaxes will be empty on the way they look, and then I have a new desk coming in. It's actually two new desks. They're going to be put together. I wanted to do a U shape, but it isn't working, so I'll have to do an L shape, but it should handle all my equipment, and the idea is to make it so that I can do anything on the computer. I can do any digitizing, I can do any production work, I can do voiceover work, I can play games, I can watch movies, I can do everything on it. So it'll be coming up, and I will give you a day-to-day over the next few days of what we've done so far. But this is how it looks now, and hopefully tomorrow or Monday, when I do part 2 of this, the Kallaxes will be done, both of them, and then I'm just waiting for my desk, which unfortunately I'm off work this week. I was hoping to have the desk in by Monday, but it's IKEA, and they have a limited schedule, so, because we don't have a car, they have to deliver. It's way down in Stoughton, so they can't get here till Thursday with it. So, but it should be pretty easy. I've watched a few gaming videos putting them together, and what I'm going for here is a cross between a music room, a gaming room. The design will look like, I want it to look like a part gaming room, part functional studio, part, relaxed place, and part music cave, and that's what I want it to be. So all of these empty yucky walls will have stuff on them, and we'll get it all done. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you on the next part. Bye.